coping skills. How are we going to deal with this challenging situation that we have been put in? So can you talk a little bit about that, Mara?
Yes, I feel like some of the key factors to look into with relationships, with intimate partner relationships, would be to have boundaries, respect one another, have affection towards each other, and communication. I feel like we both agree that those are the main keys that people need as individuals to just cope with one another as well as in an intimate relationship.
In any relationship, those are the foundation, like you said: boundary, respect, affection, communication. If you have that in any relationship, you can work through differences, and if that is lacking, then any relationship will fall apart. I would like to know from my listeners, like, what do you think is the key to a good, solid relationship? What do you use in your relationship to keep it strong? We're talking about, any problem that we come across. If we have respect for each other, if we know how to talk to each other, we can solve that problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even like things that you feel like that's worked for you, even there might be a lot of problems, but what are some things that you feel like has worked for you as well, with some of these key factors in addition to adding on to that?
Right. Aspen is saying respect. Respect is an important one. Yes, Aspen, I completely agree with you. When you respect each other, you tend to give and take. You move, you become more flexible when you respect each other. You tend to be more fluid, and not be rigid, and that is an important part of having a healthy relationship. Hello there, Alina. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, Aruj. Hello, what is that name? Can you read that?
Hey.
Yes.
And Alina Aladdin. Yes, we have actually a lot of viewers right now, which is amazing. Thank you for everyone taking their time out to join.
Absolutely. So we're talking about, let's get into, first of all, let's decide. We just decided in our communication. I want the listeners to take something away from this. So make note, in any relationship you get into, boundary, respect, communication, and affection is going to be the foundation of any relationship you are in. Intimate partner relationship, friends relationship, brothers and sisters, parents, anywhere, boss and subordinate, anywhere you go, these are going to be the 4 pillars of your relationship.
So we talk briefly about each of them, just so people have like a little understanding, like boundaries, just giving each other space, not being overpowering with each other, having type of limitations from one another. Respect, everyone knows what respect is. It's just caring for one another, being considerate. And affection is the same thing. I would say just showing your love and your affection, and communicating, just knowing how to talk to each other and being able to be mindful and listening.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you did talk about that. Communication is the key, Humera. And listeners, if you know how to talk, if you know how to get your point across to others, and how to listen to them actively without interrupting them, without judgment, so many of our problems can be solved. And we face these kind of problems not just in our relationship, but everywhere we go. If we have a problem with communication, we're going to face problems in that relationship. So let's just jump into the challenges that some people are feeling, and going through. Somebody has, let me just read this comment also. Expressing itself openly. Yes. Expressing Expressing your feelings. If you don't communicate your feelings, the other person is not a mind reader. They can't read your mind. So it's important that you express yourself and talk about it. So we are jumping into the challenges that COVID has brought to the relationships. I think the number one challenge has been, what is your philosophy about COVID-19? Husband and wife, are you going to wear mask? Are you going to socially distance yourself? How are you going to, what is the protocol? What is your protocol going to be? Marine Tariq is saying yourself. Please explain a little bit, okay? Let's see.
I think
She's saying
that yourself is also like an important thing to be mindful of yourself, what your needs are.
yes, absolutely. So I think number one challenge has been the philosophy of COVID-19. Are you going to socially distance? Are you going to wear a mask? Are you not going to wear a mask? Are you going to visit people? Are you not? You have to be on the same page as husband and wife, as an intimate partner. You have to be on the same page. I think. What other challenges do you think the COVID has brought, Amira?
I think children, I think a lot of people obviously have kids, and now kids are being home 24/7. They're not going to school, they're not doing any type of activities, they're staying indoors the entire time. So it's like kind of coming up with an agreement on how to set rules for the children in home, like their eating habits or when they're going to play, online schooling, sleeping schedules. I think you have to be on the same page with that because your kids are going to be there with you 24/7, and kids have so much more personality and they have a lot more to bring to the environment. So I think children is a big factor, and
absolutely. Parenting is a major issue in any marriage. Parenting, how do you parent your children? So that's been a stressor also. I think lack of communication, financial problems, financial burdens, who's going to do what. Can you speak a little bit about the chores?
Yes, I feel like now that you're home all the time, there's going to be a lot of chores, and usually either one person or the other person is doing more of the chores. But now that you're always there, you're going to see a lot more chores that need to be done, and kind of being mindful of sharing the chores, not having one person have the burden the entire time, and just cleaning out a closet together or organizing things together.
Making sure that one person is not being overburdened. Hi, perfectly imperfect. That's actually one of my close friends, my sister, actually. Hi, sister.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So yes, being making sure that the other person is not being burdened, and that you are sharing the burden. Because what happens is, Humera, in every relationship, one is always doing a little bit more than the other. It's never 100% equal. But in these times, if there was an inequality, it's even more now. So we have to be mindful of that the other person doesn't get burned out. So we talked about chores, we talk about children, we talk about financial pressure, we talk about lack of communication, we talked about worrying about the virus. What if somebody gets the virus? How are we going to care for them? Those are all major big questions, right?
Of course, I feel like if someone gets, God forbid, gets the virus, it's kind of like you want to social distance from them, but you also want to be mindful of their personal needs because they're going through something. So it's like kind of like caring about yourself a little bit, and then plus also being mindful of what they need. So it is a difficult situation to deal with. It's like, you're in the middle, but just learning how to be in the middle and coping with both sides.
Absolutely. Creating some kind of balance, amidst all this that has come upon us. It's very brand new. No one has the experience with this. It's a brand new situation. Can you go ahead and read one of the comments that we did get? And what we'll do is we periodically read some of the comments, guys. We really appreciate your participation.
So Perfectly Imperfect Life says, nice reminder, we have to take time out for self-care every day. Exactly. Self-care is very important. You can only take care of yourself first in order to take care of someone else. Mehreen Tariq has written, adapt to the new change, and positivity.
Positivity is the key. Whatever you bring back, throw in the universe is going to bring back to you. That's the law of attraction of universe. I'm a big proponent of that. Whatever energy you give out is what you get back. So definitely agree with you. And self-care is definitely on top of the list.